from Lingfield at 4:30. We'll end up lining up for a mile and a quarter novice event in which the John Gosden trained Good Tidings is favourites at 5 to 6. Nsnas on 7 to 4, 4 to 1 final orders and 33's bar. We'll be back with more better news and commentary. Lingfield's at 4 o'clock has gone to Cascamigo, a horse who is perfectly at home here, either on the poly track or on the turf, has added another success at Lingfield Park to his score sheet and has romped home here ahead of Continuum and Banter Bay. More action to come from Lingfield at 4:30. Yeah, 4:30 will be underway shortly. Runners for this just arriving down at the start. And this is how the market currently stands on the penultimate race on this afternoon's card, with Good Tidings for the John Gosden stable favourites at 5 to 6. It goes 7 to 4 Nsnas and 5 to 1 at final orders.
Seconds.
25 to 1 Overbeck, who has played up on the way down to start. That's Joey Haynes, as they've got this Son of Camelot down there. And it's at 50 to 1 Chicago Guy, 66 is Exmoor Beast, and 100 to 1 Flash Dancer. So runners down at the gates, and Good Tidings, colt by Teofilo, finished third of 11 at Salisbury on his debut. Clearly more was expected of him than he produced that day. He was sent off the even money favourite, was beaten more than 8 lengths.
In 30 seconds.
John Gosden has his string in fine form at the moment. There's always a trainer whose all-weather horses are difficult to beat, and Good Tidings should be no different. Nsnas, a colt by Bated Breath, is a half-brother to a sprinter who won the all-weather.
10 seconds.
They've done well with the 3-year-olds this season, operating at a 33% strike rate. And market usually informative, and this one hasn't really given up a lot of ground in the market. Has generally been trading between 7 to 4 and 2 to 1, with a bigger price currently available. Final orders eased back. Run up at Leicester on debut, but beaten 25 lengths next time out. This one's Damp was a good all-weather performer, so possibly could step forward. Now it's on the all-weather. Cheek pieces are fitted for the first time. Simon Christopher's horse is in good shape at the moment. Final orders at 9 to 2. 25's Overbeck, third of 7 at Chelmsford on his debut. Really a bit of a character, given the way he's played up on his way down to start. Exmoor Beast at 40 to 1. Beaten 19 lengths into 4th at Windsor on his debut. 50 Chicago Guy, who's drifted from 20s. Flash Dancer, 100 to 1. Flash Dancer, who's playing up down at the start. Rob Hornby has jumped off, as this Sepoy gelding refuses to cooperate, and he is side on and refusing to budge at the moment. So the favourite Good Tidings, it's just gone odds against now at 11 to 10. Nsnas into 7 to 4 from 2s, and final orders 4 to 1 now from 5s. So they're the three dominating the market here. We're back at 25 to 1. I think he's done more than enough to suggest he's a big price here at 25 to 1. True, he was playing up before the start, but he was third on his debut for a Yard, whose horses do improve considerably for a run. Overbeck, 25 to 1. Now Flash Dancer lashing out at the stall handlers down at the start. And Flash Dancer further away from the stalls than when the stall handlers started to persuade her to walk forward. Now Rob Hornby's back on board. And Flash Dancer just won't give an inch. It just continues to back further and further away from the stalls. Now that we've got some big burly blokes employed, and now Flash Dancer reluctantly is being dragged literally towards the stalls. Now they're almost there with Flash Dancer. 100 to 1 shot. More muscle employed. Fresh muscles. Flash Dancer. No. Lashing out. And that may be it for now with Flash Dancer, as we're now 3 minutes past at post time. Flash Dancer. Really big horse. Scaled in by Sepoy. And blindfold's been fitted. And so at least got him moving in the right direction, but he's just a bit more agitated than he was a few seconds ago. So looks like they're going to proceed without Flash Dancer for now. As Good Tidings now goes odds on again, 10 to 11. Nsnas just easing out a fraction to 15 to 8. Final orders remains on 4s. Overbeck's out to 28, it's 50s bar. As final orders, jogs forward. And doesn't leave many. So Exmoor Beast, the next one to load, 50 to 1 shot. Leaves Good Tidings and Overbeck, and then we'll wait and see how patient they're going to be with Flash Dancer. Good Tidings for the John Gosden stable, who are operating at a 45% strike rate at the moment. 18 wins from 45 runners in the past 14 days. And for a stable whose 3-year-olds are operating at a 34% strike rate this season. Now Overbeck, who gave problems leaving the parade rink, is now being coaxed forward. Camelot was playful on the way down to start and is playing up here. So stall handlers have the work cut out. We're now 6 minutes late. And Flash Dancer continues to play up, and Overbeck likewise. And the HUD's been removed, the blindfold removed from Flash Dancer. I think that looks like it for Flash Dancer. And given how Flash Dancer's been behaving, you just hope they're actually able to get him off the track before the runners come round in the next circuit. Overbeck is getting really upset. Flash Dancer's out. So we're down to 6 and we could be down to 5 in a few seconds. It's got to be close to the last chance saloon for Overbeck. Overbeck just now edging forward.
This event is now in play.
Let's get him in the right box, boys. That's it. Overbeck's in. That's it. Ready to go in the 4:30. And they're off. And as they break away, Exmoor Beast and final orders, the first to show from the inside. They're chased by Good Tidings and Overbeck at Nsnas towards the outside, and Chicago Guy is the back marker. So into that first turn, final orders that leads to Good Tidings on the outside of Exmoor Beast. Nsnas a length away, a length and a half to Overbeck, and Chicago Guy the back marker. So just over 7 furlongs left to run as they head down the far side of the track, and final orders with Ryan Powell on board for Simon Crisford lead Good Tidings by a couple of lengths. Exmoor Beast against the fence in third, with Nsnas holding a good position in the slipstream of the favourite. Overbeck and Chicago Guy the back markers as they pass the 6 furlong marker. Final orders bowling along in front here to Good Tidings, Exmoor Beast and Nsnas. Behind them, Overbeck and Chicago Guy, the 2 back markers. So heading towards the top of the hill. And final orders continues to set the pace here to Good Tidings on the outside of Exmoor Beast. Nsnas travels well in fourth, and behind them Overbeck and Chicago Guy are driven. So they're at the top of the hill, just over 3 left to run. Final orders being pressed by Good Tidings. Exmoor Beast now under drive. Oisin Murphy on board. Nsnas just happy to track Good Tidings down the hill. Good Tidings now level with final orders. Nsnas a length away as they straighten up for home, and now Good Tidings has struck the front. Good Tidings leads them into the straight to final orders against the fence in second. They're followed by Nsnas inside the final furlong. Good Tidings isn't doing a lot, and Nsnas is now